We have learned that the decision to host the World Cup in Qatar has resulted in the suffering and in the harm of countless of our fellow workers.
A team united in collective activism.
As players, we fully support the rights of the LGBTI+ people. But in Qatar, people are not free to love the person that they choose.
Addressing these issues is not easy, and we do not have all the answers.
Australia's footballers are, though, asking the questions other teams aren't, reflecting wider concerns with the World Cup less than a month away. It's the most significant intervention yet by players over Qatar's treatment of migrant workers and discriminatory laws. LGBT fans are still put off from going to Doha.
Starting point is that the World Cup should not be in Qatar, but it is going on. And actually, if we don't use this window and opportunity, the LGBT fans like myself will be sat at home rather than going out there to support the Three Lions. We can't partake in a World Cup that we'd normally want to be celebrating and supporting our team with, because Qatar is clearly not suitable to be holding a World Cup and something as prestigious as a World Cup.
Qatar says everyone is welcome, regardless of sexuality. But same-sex relations continue to be outlawed. And it's why, even without FIFA approval yet, One Love armbands will be on the England and Wales captains.
Irrespective, it's what we believe in and what we stand for, and we will be wearing the armband, yeah.
Categorically?
Categorically, yeah, absolutely. That's the stance we make, yeah. It's from the staff, from the association. We're not going to change our beliefs, so that's the right thing to do. And we're strong in our beliefs.
When Sky News visited Qatar this month, the World Cup leadership urged players to stick to football.
People should understand that this is a festival. This is a celebration of football. This is a sporting tournament that people want to come and enjoy. Turning it into this platform of political movements and a platform of political statements, I don't think is right for the sport, and I don't think this is the whole intention of hosting the World Cup here in Qatar.
Whilst the reforms established in Qatar are an important and welcome step, their implementation remains inconsistent and requires improvement.
Today, World Cup organisers have commended the Australians for using their platform to raise awareness of important matters. But it's the transformative effect of the tournament Qatar believes should be recognised, rather than the criticism it sees as unprecedented and unjustified. The pressure, though, is increasing from players as the World Cup approaches. Rob Harris, Sky News.
And some of the other stories making the headlines today. And Scotland's Community Safety Minister, Ash Regan, has resigned over gender recognition plans. She said her conscience wouldn't allow her to vote with the Scottish Government and support the reform at stage 1 today. If accepted, the bill will remove the requirement for a medical diagnosis of gender dysphoria when seeking a gender recognition certificate. Prince Harry's memoir, titled Spare, will come out on January the 10th with what's been described as an account of raw, unflinching honesty. The publishing company also promises details of Princess Diana's funeral from Harry's perspective. It was expected to be released this autumn, but it's been reported that the date has been pushed back to allow changes to the publication after the death of the Queen to remove potentially damaging materials. Buckingham Palace has declined to comment on its contents. Now, the number of properties affordable to people on housing benefits has fallen by a third in the past 5 months. Sky News has exclusively seen figures illustrating the rapidly growing gap between benefits and rising rental costs. Our correspondent Adele Robinson reports.
It's a sobering image. A mother and her 2-year-old son homeless.
They group all of us together, people with mental health and people who drink and do drugs and stuff, and then you've got us mums, and we don't really have a choice. We've got to be here.
This is temporary accommodation. They've been here months.
I've got to think at night time and stuff if it's safe, and, I normally lock my door with my buggy up against it just as that extra protection.
Nicole works full-time but still needs housing allowance. That doesn't cover her rent.
Can I get on the back, please?
Each day is a 2-hour journey to her son's childcare, a place she needs to live but can't afford single.